Yo, what's going on, guys, man? It's your boy Orlando here, and as you guys can see here, I have some footage of me shooting around, and you're probably asking yourself, why am I shooting a ton of shots? Well, in this clip right here, I am shooting shots with no hotspots. I just made a new player. He was just created. He has absolutely no cold or hotspots, so I decided to do a hot versus cold hotspots challenge, to see if hotspots actually help and how much do they help. I mean, people, always go out of the way to get all their hotspots, but do they actually help, and are they helping you by that much? So right here, as you guys can see, I'm throwing up a ton of shots, just neutralized right here. And I'm trying to see how many I will make out of 100 shots. I'm using the same player, shooting neutral, cold, and hot zone shots. 100 shots apiece, and we're gonna see how many he makes for each one of the zones. And I'm gonna be shooting from the exact same spot, using the exact same player. This is a playmaker with maxed out 3-point shooting, which maxes out at 72 3-point shot. And I will be using the same jump shot, and I'll be shooting with the X button as well. So I'm going to be doing everything identical, just with different zones. As you can see here, I finished up shooting the normal zone. I ended up shooting 40 out of 100 shots. So I shot 40% from the 3-point line. That is pretty good. I mean, in the NBA, 40% from the 3-point line is actually really good. So we got 40% from there. So after this, I actually went to MyCAREER and threw up a bunch of horrible shots to try to get in a cold zone from that same spot. So I think I went 1 for 20. You know how you make one of those crazy shots? That happened to me, but I went 1 for 20, and I got my cold zone here, and I started shooting a bunch of shots, well, 100 shots with the cold zone. The thing I noticed with the cold zone was that it was hard to make a shot. It was really difficult. Back to the normal shooting when I first, just with no cold zone or no hot zone, the neutral one. I shot, I believe my best shooting was a 3 streak, and with the cold zone my best streak was a 2 streak. But with the cold zone, it was really difficult to make a shot. I was getting really frustrated doing this. You guys have no idea. Like, shooting 100 shots from the same spot in your MyCourt can be really boring. I mean, it was really boring. But I was doing this just so we know. Like, I mean, it's something we want to know. I mean, people really go out of the way to get these hotspots. So I ended up shooting horrible with this cold zone. Again, my best streak was a 2 streak, and again, I had no green lights. I got no green lights whatsoever in a cold zone. I also got no green lights shooting in a neutral zone either. But I did shoot 40 out of 100 for the neutral, and with the cold zone, I ended up shooting 25 out of 100. 25%. 25% is really bad. That is horrible. That's like a Rajon Rondo or Derek Rose shooting at the 3-point line. You don't want that man shooting. But yeah, so the difference so far we have seen is the cold zone. You do not want to have a cold zone, because you're going to be breaking in MyPARK, you're going to be breaking in MyCAREER, you're going to be breaking in any game mode. So I ended up getting, some hot spots and started shooting around in my hot zone. As you can see here, you see a lot more green lights. I'm actually getting green lights. Unlike with, the cold zones and the neutral zones, I was getting absolutely nothing. But now that I'm getting green lights, I believe I got 40 green lights. 40 green lights shooting with a hot zone. It was like day and night with the hot zone versus a cold zone. Day and night. I mean, first of all, neutral is really good. I mean, you shoot 40% from the 3-point line, but the cold zone is 25% from the 3-point line. So that's day and night as well. But the hot zones, the ones you guys grind for and are, you know, playing MyCAREER over and over and over again just to get these hotspots, I ended up shooting 61 out of 100 shots at 61%. And I ended up goofing one of these shots. I ended up shooting a mid-range and missing it by accident. So, and, you know, it could have been 62 out of 100. But we're just gonna do what it says right here, and it was 61 out of 100. So I shot 61% from the 3-point line. That is better than any NBA player 3-point percent average. No one shoots 61% from the 3-point line. So in conclusion, what I came out with this is that these hot zones help a lot. You guys are hearing it from here first. These hot spots matter. So if you shoot a lot of threes or a lot of mid-ranges and you don't have hot spots from there, I suggest you go to MyCAREER and shoot from those spots a lot until you get those hot zones. I mean, it might be a little bit of a grind getting all the hot zones, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, we went from having a 2-streak, 2 in a row for the neutral, 3 in a row for the cold zone and for the hot zone. My best streak, I believe, was 5 or 6 in a row. But I also got 40 green lights out of 61 shots. 40 green lights. And I had no green lights whatsoever with shooting in the neutral zone or in the cold zone. So, guys, if you don't have hot zones, go get them. I made this video so you guys can see that these hot zones actually do help you guys. If you guys play this game a lot or just want to make more shots, I suggest hitting up MyCAREER, getting your hot zones up so you guys can shoot 60% from the 3-point line instead of shooting 25 or 40% from the line. But that is all I have for you guys here today. If you guys felt this video helped you out in a little way, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe down below. But for right now, guys, I'm the Yo, and I'm out.
Till you find your way back home.